this is my chicken broth. There's 3 carcasses, carrots, onions, garlic, celery, chili peppers, salt and pepper, soya sauce, and Worcester. Just starting base, and I cooked it for 24 hours. So I picked all the meat off the bones, strained the broth. Now I'm getting ready to can it into 1 liter jars, mason jars. Here's the canner. Just waiting to bring it up to a boil, then fill the jars. So I filled it up to about 1 inch headspace. Now you take a piece of paper towel soaked with vinegar to wipe the top off, oily residue off, like from the grease from the soup. Put the snap ring on. These are brand new. Just finger tight. See, it's boiling pretty good. I've turned it down a bit. So now stick that in the canner. Turn it back up again to get it hot. Now I'm going to fill up the rest and I'll be back. So I have them all in now, 7 jars. Now I have to put the lid on. So I have the lid on now. This is where the weight will go on, but I have to wait for it to vent. I don't know if you can see the steam coming out. You might be able to. So I'm gonna vent it for 10 minutes and then throw the weight on. So this is what I have left over. I'm gonna pressure can 7 in there, put it on the shelf for a later date. And I'm gonna use these 2 jars up in the next couple days to drink at work. And I'm drinking this one right now. But it's been venting now for about 10 minutes. You might be able to see the stream of air. But now I'll stick the weight on. So I gotta wait for it to start jiggling now. And that's to jiggle at least 4 times a minute. And when it starts jiggling the 4 times a minute at least, I can start the timer for 25 minutes. So this is how it's supposed to sound. So that noise there has to do that at least 4 times a minute. So now that it's doing that, I'm gonna set the timer for 25 minutes. But if you're doing meat or other products, there's different times that you have to do this at. So you gotta do your own research and maybe buy a book on pressure canning. But I'll just wait for this to finish up and I'll show you once it's all done. So it's all done. I turn the stove off. Probably slide it over, get it off the heat. I can't pull the weight off until it sits for a good half an hour. And this little lock here has to go down because it's under pressure. And I can't pull this off right now because I'll make the broth siphon out of the jars. So I'm just gonna let it cool down by itself. And I usually let it sit for like a couple hours before I even take it off. I'll be back and show you. The pressure is gone. So I can take the weight off. Take the lid off. So always open it up this way, away from you, because the steam's going to be coming out. I took them out of the canner. 6 out of 7 sealed. One, the lid was right off of it for some reason, but the broth is still good, so I'm drinking that. And the other 2 are originally for work. I'll probably drink all 3 this weekend. And tonight also, I'm drinking some because I have a cold, so drinking something hot will help. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.